Hello, welcome back to my channel. I hate this. Okay. Cut. Action. Hello, welcome back to my channel. I did a Q&A on Instagram and I figured I would just answer the questions here. So the first question is from Mike. He asked if I was naturally thicker or if that came from working out, basically. So naturally, yes, I do have like a thicker body type. But when I first started working out, I was working out at home and I was just doing a lot of body weight movements and cardio and restricting my eating a lot. So I started with a good amount of body fat and then I lost a lot of it and I was very, very skinny. I had an eating disorder and from then I worked my way back up. So I guess you could say it's kind of both. Like, I was very skinny, but I do naturally genetically have a thicker lower body, if that makes sense. My second question is from Blackwork Tattoos. They asked if traditional tattoos are my go-to type of style or would I try different styles. So I'll do a tattoo video in the future, but these are just some of the ones on my arm. Clearly I got a bandage on this. I just got back from my appointment, but I have mostly traditional, American traditional, Japanese traditional tattoos, and that is a style that I like to go for. I'm not against any other kind of tattoos. I would branch out. I do like neo-traditional. I think those are pretty cool, but yeah, that's just the kind of style I like, and if I were to get another style, I would just want to make sure that it meshes well with the tattoo. Oh my fucking god, the tattoos that I already have. The next question is from Nape Lazy. How many times do I work glutes or do leg days in a week? So I do 2 to 3 leg days a week. I try to do 3. If I'm working out 4 days a week, then I'll do 2 leg days, but I do 2 at least. And I work glutes pretty much every single time. I do hip thrust every single time, mainly because right now I have a minor back injury, I guess, I think. I don't know, my back has been hurting a little bit for the past couple months. So I don't deadlift anymore. I'm not gonna do that for a while. And I've always hated doing squats. And my leg press machine is not set up yet. So right now, hip thrusts are really the only heavy compound lift that I can do. And that's a big glute workout, like that targets your glutes, which is fine by me. So yeah. Okay, this is a question about OnlyFans. I don't know if I can talk about that here, but Abby asked, do you spend time interacting in the DMs? If so, how much time? It can be a lot. So it can be a lot. I try to get on multiple times a day and answer questions as they come in. I don't spend a lot of time just like sitting and waiting for messages to come in, but when I see messages, I do respond to them and then I'll get off unless someone is constantly going back and forth with me. And then I do spend time interacting and chit-chatting with you guys. So Mountaineer Explorer asked, what made me want to become an influencer? So I guess I really wouldn't consider myself an influencer, but I guess that's what you would call it because social media is my full-time job right now. The lifestyle, this is a very conflicting question because I feel like going into it, the lifestyle seems very appealing and you work from home, you work for yourself, you can kind of do whatever you want. And I love what I do. I'm so grateful that I'm able to do that. And it's because of you guys. And I'm so grateful. I love that. But it's not all what it seems. I feel like it's a very glamorized lifestyle or a very glamorized job. And there's people who do it differently than I do. You know, I don't do a lot of sponsored posts. But basically just that. It seemed very appealing. I wanted to work from home and I wanted to work for myself. And right now I'm happy doing that. I have the freedom to do whatever I want day in and day out. And I have a creative outlet where I can express myself, so I'm very grateful for my job. Will Nix asked, how often do I update my OnlyFans and do I respond to messages? Yes, I do, and I update it weekly. I try to post at least 4 or 5 times a week, and then I do send out private DMs weekly as well, several times a week. Let's see. That one irrelevant guy asked what are my life goals, and basically just to be happy. Just to be happy and successful and healthy, and I don't want to waste a moment that I'm on this earth because life is so fucking short. So, Sonia Kate asked advice on jealousy regarding your boyfriend and social media, who they follow, how not to care what they see, etc. So that one's really hard because when I first started dating my now husband, I had just come out of a very long, abusive, toxic relationship where social media wasn't really even allowed, and I really couldn't even have guy friends or anything like that. So it was a hard shift to make from, not only was I not allowed to do things like that, but it kind of alters your mind into thinking, well, like, I can't do it, so they can't do it. So then I go into this healthy relationship where things like that shouldn't be a problem to an extent. And at the beginning of our relationship, it was very hard for me to accept that, and I would get very jealous of dumb things like him following girls on Instagram and like people that he knew or even people that he didn't know, but I was very jealous in the beginning. And over time, obviously as we dated longer and I could see that he was faithful and, you know, we communicated a lot, I kind of reflected in myself and realized that it's not that much of a big deal. Now, there is a line between like you following girls you think are hot and then you thirst following girls that you think are hot and liking and commenting and sending them DMs and replying to their stories and all that kind of shit. That to me is not okay. I follow guys that I think are good looking, you know? I think that's human nature to find other humans attractive. There's nothing you can do to change that. Like, that's literally just human nature. It's all about respect and it's all about boundaries. And if your person is crossing your boundaries knowingly, after you communicate with them that this makes you uncomfortable or like you don't want them to do this within reason, then that's not worth it. That's not a healthy relationship. However, on the flip side, you also can't be too like controlling, or it has to be within reason, you know? If it's something that makes you uncomfortable though, and they continue to do it, cut them off. That's all I'm gonna say. Naomi underscore BXO asked advice on building an in-home gym, how to find good deals. I answer this all the time just because I always get questions about my home gym. All of my equipment, except for the Stairmaster, was handed down. So my husband grew up with that equipment in his house his entire life. His dad handed it down to us during COVID, when COVID first hit and the gyms closed, because he just had everything in storage, so he just gave it to us for free. I don't know how much all of it cost. I'm assuming that it was very expensive. He built his collections up over the years, so I'm not the person to ask, and I'm very sorry, but the Stairmaster I found on eBay for $3,000, I think, which is really cheap for a Stairmaster. That was a steal. Isaac Gonzalez 50309 asked, would I rather quit working out or quit eating my favorite food? That's hard. If it's just one food, like one favorite food, I would say that. Like, maybe I could give up pizza forever. I don't want to give up working out just because it's so good, not only physically for my physical health, but for my mental health. So I guess I would give up my favorite food, which sucks. Asked a good balance between cardio and weights. I'm not gonna do that one, just kidding. All right. I think this is Tozy asked, dating a guy my same age, but I feel like my maturity level is higher than his, and I don't know how to deal, fix, communicate about it without causing any major issues or breaking up. So I feel like girls usually have a higher maturity level than guys. That's just, again, human nature, I feel like. But I feel like you should start off communicating, telling him things that he's saying or things that they're doing, how they make you feel, and communicating that, you know, you feel like he's being immature, and just being honest with him. it's something that it's gonna take work for him to change how he acts and how he views the world, and give him some time. If it doesn't seem like he's actively trying to change that and grow up and see things the way that you see them, dump him. Like, I don't know. I'm so bad. I'm just gonna tell everyone to dump everyone. Alex, who goes by Ash, asked me, how are you doing, like, actually with mental health in your life? This question means a lot to me because I've always struggled with mental health. I've got depression and anxiety, just general, and some days are better than others. It's more like some weeks are better than others. That's how it is for me, at least. But right now, I'm doing great. I'm very happy. I've been very productive, and I've been very consistent in the gym, which is a big contributor for me. So I'm doing good. I'm doing great. 4C3.71 asked, is it normal to be feeling half and half for my significant other with a lot going on? And I would say absolutely. If you have a lot going on personally, or if you both of you have a lot going on in your life, it's very hard to focus on your relationship and each other, basically. So it is normal. I think it's good to make time for each other and to sit back and unwind and just spend time with each other and try not to focus on the craziness that's going on in your life. Maybe do like one date night a week. I love doing that with my husband, even if it's just going out to lunch on a Saturday in between doing a lot of housework. Spending time with them is very important. Craddock Road asked, how many plants do you have? What's my favorite type? I don't have a lot of plants. I don't have a green thumb. I've got a few. My philodendron that I've had for almost a year is dying because I repotted it, and I'm so sad and I don't know how to bring it back. So if you have any recommendations, let me know. But I've only got a few. My snake plant is thriving. So that's it. Let's see. Pinoy Fit. I'm so sorry if I butcher people's names. She asked, what made me start my OnlyFans? Money. I was in a position with this company that I was working with where I had to make a choice to either stay where I was living at in my hometown where I've lived my whole life, or move with the company halfway across the country. And I was very happy with the company for a while. I ended up not being happy a little bit into it, and made the decision that I was going to stay here. However, I physically and mentally could not go back to another 9-to-5 customer service fucking job. Every single job I've had has just literally sucked the life out of me. I'm always so unhappy, and I take it home and it makes me want to die. Like, I'm not being dramatic. I've hated almost every single job I've had so much that I get really bad anxiety and I cry and I just get in a funk, and I didn't want to do that again. And I figure with the way that my Instagram is, I have a very big support system, which I'm super grateful for. I started off as a fitness account, or I started off as, my personal account, and then I started making fitness content, and then it started growing and growing. And even though I was trying to make fitness content solely, I was doing a little bit of modeling on the side. However, and I feel like a lot of girls in the fitness industry can see where I'm coming from, basically, that even if you're posting a fucking leg workout or even an upper body workout or even just literally anything, you are so sexualized in that industry, and it's very hard to not. I think it's just the algorithm and how your account is promoted to people. I'm not sure, but I started getting sexualized a lot. My following is like 90-something% male, and I figure if I'm already being sexualized, I'm already that's a lot of my following, and I get asked this question a lot, and I'm very sex positive. I'm very, express yourself. So I said, fuck it, why not do it? And I've been making really good money, and for the most part, people on there are pretty respectful. I do have good conversations with people, and I appreciate the support, so why not? Lovely 318 asked, how do I increase my appetite? I'm really struggling with eating in order to gain weight. This one's hard for me, but I would say try to eat foods that are dense in calories. Even if it's like a smaller portion, if you eat something that has a lot of calories, a lot of carbs, even a little bit higher in fat. Just make sure you're getting your protein in as well. Even if it's a smaller meal, then you're still getting those calories in. So maybe like a bowl of pasta, or oatmeal is really good, and you can add a lot of stuff to it. You can do really big protein shakes where you do like my husband uses whole milk because he has a very high metabolism naturally. So if he stops working out, he loses muscle mass and he gets thinner. If I stop working out, I gain fat. So you can make shakes with like whole milk and maybe get a mass gainer protein, and then add peanut butter and oats and a banana and all kinds of good stuff in there. And then you just drink it like a shake and or like a smoothie. And I feel like that's a good way to get a lot of calories in, and you can do that morning and nights. And you just suck it down, you just drink it, and then also drink a lot of water. But thank you guys so much for sending all of those questions in. I had fun answering them, and I hope that I gave some good answers. But I just want to say thank you again for the support that I've received so far, the support I always receive in my Instagram, and yeah, so don't forget to subscribe and like, comment, share, do whatever. I'll be coming out with more videos. Let me know what kind of videos you want to see, and yeah.